Hello, we are live. Just gonna adjust my screen a bit here. How's everybody doing today? How's my audio? Can you all hear me? Just gonna check on my iPad here. It tends to pick up what's going on here without the lag. There we go. Okay. Don't have too many in yet. We got the Zen Ginger. How are you? Good morning to you. HG Aquatics, right on. Hello. Codyson, good morning. I seen my friend Jeff was in earlier. JD Wren, I'm sure he'll be back in here too. We got FNS Fish Room in. Hello and welcome. Very good, very good. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying healthy. I haven't done a video or a live stream or anything in quite some time now because life has been just chaotic. Sorry, I was just checking to make sure I got some mods in, and I do. I got two, and right now I can see the Zen Ginger and Select Pet. Thank you for joining me. I don't need a lot of stuff for mods to do on my live stream because I don't get into trouble very often, so stay pretty good. But thank you guys for doing what you do. Moderators on live streams don't get paid. They don't on mine at least, and they do a great job at providing information, pointing stuff out, greeting people. If in fact somebody becomes not a good guest on our live chat, they have the ability to remove them. I've never had the need for that, but I'm sure it's happened, and I've seen it happen. So give them all thumbs up because they do stuff like I said, just for the sake of doing it. So thank you. Who else we got? We got Alice in the house. Hello, Alice. I think we'll get started. I guess I just did the first thing you're not supposed to do these days, and that's touch your face. But this has been a crazy couple of weeks, people. I can't remember a much more crazier hysteria, everybody losing their shit for, I'm not going to say no reason, but hey Jeff, how's it going? Good to see you made it. JD Wren, that's on the live chat there. He's a member of our local Barrie Aquarium Club. We've done quite a few things, transactions together and whatnot. He's a good guy. Down the wormhole, D. Welcome. Thanks for coming out. In HG Aquatics, talk like that, I'll get you banned from my live chat. You guys are crazy. Why do I need a Leafs hat? So I can wear a losing team's hat, even though hockey doesn't matter anymore this year. Just saying. I'm a Phillies fan through and through. And saying that, even though I am from Ontario, Canada, and I live about 2 hours north of Toronto, everybody expects me to be a Leaf fan. I can't do it. For my lifetime, and I'm turning 41 this spring, they've sucked. So I've never been a Leafs fan, and I don't think I ever will. I talk to people about the Leafs, and I'm not against the Leafs, but I'm not for the Leafs either. I won't. They've even tried to buy the best team they could this year. Can't do nothing with it. Instead of doing things the way Philly did in the last couple of years, they haven't been the best team the last couple of years, but they have definitely farm raised their draft picks, and it's showing that they've done a good job. So I'm happy with what Philly's done, even though we really shouldn't talk about hockey because there is no hockey. So what's this here? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they are. They're probably going nuts. This hysteria everybody's been in, like hello redfish, bluefish. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you listening. This hysteria everybody's going through. So I don't know if the states are the same as us. I'd imagine they are, but like our neighbor across the street ended up getting us a Costco pack of toilet paper. We have Costco right across the road from us. Nick and I have been in there twice now, and none's available. We just need one pack for our house. And everybody's going nuts. Today was the first day we were able to get some toilet paper, even though we're still good. It's okay. We weren't using anything else. We still have toilet paper, but it was getting low. We would have had to go out by Monday or Tuesday and get some. But everybody's in this hysteria. People, I've been researching what's going on here as much as I can off the mainstream media, mixing it all. I'm trying to filter out the crap and keep the good information. And everything tells me from the scientists I choose to believe in what they're saying, that this is going to be a little bit more of a long-term thing than a short-term thing. So don't worry, there'll be more toilet paper available. So everybody stop freaking out about it. So that's my rant on that. I do have a little bit of a cold. I have developed a little bit of a cold the last couple of days. It's just a cold as far as I know. But I'm being careful. I'm staying home, and I'm trying not to spread it around to other people as much as I can. Hence why I'm doing a live stream. This is how we can talk and not spread stuff. But I have developed a little bit of a cold, but that's all it is. Just a bit of a cold so far. I have no fever. I have nothing like that, so I'm not worried. But hell, we've had a bad couple of weeks in this house. Nicole has neuralgia, serious face pain. She's got that going on right now. I threw my back out. Now it's cold. Christ, we're right off around here. Thank God the kids are healthy. They're helping out a lot. They're carrying stuff around for me. We built a basketball net yesterday and got that set up. They got it at Christmas time, but we've had so much snow it hasn't been worth setting it up yet. But snow is gone. The ice is off the driveway, so we got that set up yesterday, and it was actually kind of really nice to have a bit of a family put something together. We don't get that very often in this fast day and age that we live in. But yeah, I guess a lot of people are sick of hearing about this coronavirus and COVID-19, as you're supposed to call it. Yeah, it's causing a lot of havoc in our life, and I get it. And I'm not upset about stuff being canceled. I'm not upset about it at all, because I actually believe in it. I believe we should be distancing a little bit, and I guess the only thing that's been bothering me is the people that aren't, people that are more selfish about having to disrupt their life than trying to help for the greater good here. That takes me off. People are that selfish. I'm not worried about myself with this. I'm not worried about my immediate family members in my home. We're all fairly healthy people, and should be okay. We don't have underlying health concerns that we know about. Should be fine. But certain people, like my father, which pretty much banished him to the cottage. He's up at our cottage, and he's self-isolating there because he has some more underlying health issues for his own personal privacy. I'm not going to go through them, but he does, and it makes him a little bit more at risk. So we're taking a little bit more of a I guess a safe approach to how we're dealing with that. And then Nicole has some elderly family members as well that we're a little bit concerned about. So everybody take care of your people, family, friends, and whatnot that are a little bit more at risk. And how we can help take care of those people a little bit more at risk is not buying all the fucking toilet paper, okay? It's toilet paper. There'll be lots. What we need to do is help these people by not exposing them to what's going on right now until people have a little bit better idea how to deal with it and help bring up the survival rates of it. So that's my rant on that. That aside, other than we've had a crappy couple of weeks and all this hysteria, there is some announcements to make. So one announcement to make is my fish room's closed right now. It's closed to guests. I'm not allowing people to come in my fish room right now. Number one reason, I'm sick. I have a cold. I don't know what this cold is. I just know it's a cold. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a cold. But some shocking statistics I found is that out of, I think we have 34 or 35 million people in Canada now. There's only been 700 and some odd people tested in Ontario. So I'm guessing there's a lot more of it here than what they're really saying. So that being said, I'm closing my fish room to protect my family and to protect other people from possibly my family. We don't know if we have it or not. And but that being said, it doesn't mean I'm not going to do videos in my fish room. Doesn't mean that I won't ship stuff. I will ship stuff if people need it. As we're coming into the spring season, I can even ship livestock. So we're just going to have to do things like that from now on for a little bit until this blows over a little bit. So it is an inconvenience because I do get a lot of guests and visitors to my fish room because I got a lot of cool stuff to see. But we just can't do that right now. We're going to have to do things from a distance. And so that I'm sure a lot of people are doing this now. And it is going to affect us, but hey, we're still going to get by. We're still going to enjoy our fish. And maybe this will offer us all a little bit more time to hang out in our fish rooms or at our fish tanks and do a little bit more maintenance, help our fish have a little bit better lives, since our lives are going to have to be changed a little bit. Yeah, I have traveled recently, and it was quite a while ago. Like, this thing would have had to lay dormant for a month in me if I had caught it traveling. I returned from Cuba on February 2nd when the outbreak was just firing up in China. So if my symptoms worsen or I end up having a hard time breathing or anything like that, I definitely will talk to my health practitioner and see if I need to be tested. It's because I'm telling you, they're not testing enough people. Way more people have it than what they're saying. But at this point, I have a little bit of a throat irritation, and I got to blow my nose once in a while. That's where we're at there. Yeah, totally agree with you. It's absolute BS in every country around the world. And I don't know what you guys think, but there was an awful lot of talk about Iran not very long ago, like 2 weeks ago. Now we don't hear a word about Iran when like freaking everybody was dying in Iran of this and then traveling to Canada. So yeah, I haven't heard nothing about Iran. I'd really like to hear what's going on in Iran. The tests that were available were German, and a lot of countries don't want to purchase them and are instead trying to hurry to mass produce them at home. Yeah, it's not working. It's definitely not working. But anyways, we've had to alter the way we do some things around here. Uh, and this, like I said, we got to try to find some nice stuff to come out of all this nonsense. So one nice thing is as things slow down, my work is going to slow down from this. Definitely, I go into customers' homes, and if I have a cold, I'm not going into a customer's home. And if I think the customer has a cold, I'm not going into that customer's home. So, as I'm a flooring contractor by day job, so yeah, my work's gonna slow down. It's been super busy all winter, which has been good. I'm not usually busy in winter, but this year I have. But yeah, work's gonna slow down, and the more time I have at home, the more work I'm gonna do to my fish room, and the better my tanks will look every single day. So I'd imagine everybody's gonna have a whole lot of nicer looking tanks coming up here very shortly as we start to spend a little bit more time at home. So looking at a bright side of things, that's it. What I've been dabbling with a little bit here lately is making my own food. I gotta throw a shout out to Sioux Shrimp, Sioux Shrimp Breeders. They are, if someone can find a link to his YouTube page, this guy's a whiz, man. He's good, and I got my idea of how I was going to make this new type of food. I wanted to try a new way of making food, and I followed his recipe, not to a T by any means. I did add some of my own flares in it and whatnot, but it works. It works good, and my plecos and my shrimp absolutely love it. It's all vegetable-based food, so I got some right here. This was some from my last batch. Got a little extra crispy, this stuff. It's, as you can see, I cook it, and it came out great, and the fish and the shrimp absolutely love it. Now, this one here is all it is. All that's in it. Excuse me. Oh, awesome, Zen Ginger. Right there. This guy knows his stuff. This is a reference for me. I use this as a reference because this guy just knows his stuff so good. A lot of great ideas too. And I don't know. Obviously, I want people to watch my own channel, but this guy's is way better than mine. So watch his because he really knows his stuff. Yeah. So, anyways, all that is in this food is duckweed and spirulina powder. All I put in it. And they go absolutely crazy for it. And I'm sure it's good for them. So I blend it all up. And then I take that water and spread it out over a pan in the oven. And I let it dehydrate in the oven until it comes up crispy green food. And they absolutely love it. So I got a video coming up about of how it works and how much the fish actually love it. I can go live here. I'll go live on my camera for a minute. And there's my dirty pleco tank over in the corner there. What I'll do is I'll drop a chunk of it in there, and you guys they haven't eaten yet. The light just came on. So I got, I don't know, a few hundred baby ancestors in that tank. I'll drop a piece in with my camera on the phone. I'll actually do it right now. I'll send myself an invite. And I'll invite myself. As a guest. And oh, hi, Zenon. We know each other. We've met many times at the Barrie auction. I am in Aurelia. So yeah, I just invited myself here. And we'll get this set up, and I'll show you how much these plecos absolutely love this food. I'm gonna mute it. Okay. There, I just muted the audio on this one. Do this. Okay, guys. We'll get over there and it'll stop being choppy. I'll throw those two pieces in. There we go. So here it is here in my hand. Sinks really nice. And it'll take them a minute. Look at that baby. Getting me a bit more than a baby. Starting to get on here. Within a couple of minutes, by the time they all find it, they'll all be here. Or maybe I'll set up the little bipod. Yeah, that'll give us a pretty good idea. We're already on it. Okay. Oh yeah, look at them already all over it. Let's see, I've got to catch up here. Okay, we've got a few people here. Hello, James, Fish Room Fever. And yeah, so I was going to get to this right here. So this coronavirus stuff is canceled our berry auction that was coming up, I believe, March 29th. So that kind of sucks. But I'm hoping, here's what I'm hoping, guys and gals. I'm hoping that maybe all the clubs get together when this stuff blows over a bit, and maybe months, maybe 6 months from now when it blows over, what the experts I listen to say anyways. But maybe all the clubs, we can all get together, rent a space somewhere and have just one big ass swap meet or auction and swap meet or something. Because a lot of people are going to have a lot of extra fish hanging around. I think that would be such a cool idea. And I'd be very, very into it. Terry Nature, hello. And yeah, our club does, we use a school as our meeting place. And our club does go off in the summer, but like I said, I hope all the clubs can get together and we'll do some big shindig of a swap meet auction or something all together. Yes, that's what I'm hoping for, Zenon. That would be absolutely great. Absolutely great. For anybody that doesn't know, Zenon shows up at most auctions around Ontario, at least. You might even go a little further than that. I don't know. You can comment on that. But all the fantastic pictures you get from most auctions, this fellow takes. So shout out to you there, Zenon. I appreciate all the great photos I've seen you produce over the last few years. Yeah. So, as you can see, they love that food. Look at them. They've gone crazy. They've gone absolutely crazy for that food. They're all on. So where they were in that's a 90-gallon tank as well. And so they've come from all ends of the tank for it. Excuse it's a bit, got some stuff in the water. Put a bunch of duckweed in. That's basically what's left over, what they didn't eat. But yeah, that food recipe there with just duckweed and spirulina powder, they absolutely go crazy for it. And it keeps really well. I also haven't even refrigerated it yet, and I made it about 4 days ago. One small batch to fit on a cookie sheet seems to last me about a week. But as you can see, that's only one tank. I got Ancestris, different kinds of Plecos in other tanks. Like a lot of other tanks, I have a lot of shrimp. So between feeding everybody, don't just feed that. I feed that with other stuff, pellets, zucchini. They get, as you can see, the fork in the background there. They do receive a lot of zucchini. Yeah, but look at that, man. They like it. There's not a lot of real estate left there on that food. And that's how I like seeing them getting their little bellies filled up. And duckweed and spirulina is so easy to kickstart their digestive systems when they are young. It's I like it. I like the results I'm seeing when they're leaving it. When you look at them on the glass there, those couple, there's another one popped up. They don't got sunken bellies. They got nice full round bellies, and it's not bloated round. It's just full of food round. And most of the crap that comes out of them, it's almost green when it comes out. So that tells me they're definitely getting enough green nutrients. Let's catch up here. Yep. So that's my home club, and it's JD Wren's home club as well, who I see on here. And if there's someone else from my home club that I just don't recognize your name on here, let me know. I'm not being rude. I'm just not informed. Hello, I can't pronounce your name. Akvari Yumsa. I have no idea, but hello and welcome. Oh no, I seen you post that, I believe yesterday, that you had some Episcopal Fry. I was very happy for you, but you know what? They may, if that was their first go at it, give them more time, give them another chance. Yep, there is. Hopefully, we'll see. I'm hopeful we can have some stuff happen in April, but I'm not optimistic, to be honest. May might be better. It would be great. It would be great if we could, and I will likely attend if that's the case. There you go. Yeah, kind of what I was saying. Sometimes they're not quite into it yet, or they're still figuring out, or they just eat them by accident, and don't realize. Yeah, right. It's exactly. So things I love about a fish, and some things that just make me just tickle pink, is when I can grow food in my fish tank for the fish I'm feeding. That's double bonus. Who likes buying food? So I have some fish tanks here, aquariums that just produce duckweed like crazy, and I don't stop them from doing it. and I just collect it and use it. I have a map turtle upstairs, Petey, and she loves eating duckweed. She loves it. She gets all the snails that come out with it and everything else. She loves eating it all. So I figured, well, if I can process the duckweed so that the Ancestris and I have some blue phantoms and orange scenes and whatnot here as well, but mainly Ancestris. But like a lot of them, I have hundreds of Ancestris. If they could get nutrition out of the duckweed I grow, that's great. It's really, really good for them. Good morning, Vinosky. Good to see you. Yeah. Nicole's grandmother has a bunch of goldfish, and I drop her off duckweed for them. They really love it too. They make a hell of a mess in the tank if you put too much in for them at once, because they just won't stop eating it. Okay, we're all caught up here on the comments. Yeah, so hopefully, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think see if we can talk to the people, the masses, the people that make the decisions for our aquarium clubs and whatnot, talk them into doing just one big ass giant swap meet, right? I don't know, space. I don't know what kind of space we could rent, but we could come up with something and just have one great big swap meet and possibly auction. I think that would be fantastic. It'll bring everybody together after a real shit spring that we're having so far. And yeah, I think that would be good. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I think that would be a fantastic idea. Fantastic. Yeah, Paul, take the snails. Do not need the duckweed. Don't need the duckweed. Got lots, tons. I have more. I give away duckweed, so I can't take yours. Morning, Caleb. Good to see you. You would need a large venue for a large swap meet auction, centrally located. Anything near Toronto would cost a lot of money. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have to be near Toronto, though. I don't know if Toronto is even central. Wonder if we could even go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think. Yeah, probably central would be like Whitby would probably be central. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I think it would be a great idea, and I think if there was enough interest in it and participation, I think they could pull it off. Get Kerouac to pull it off, since they may struggle with this spring convention if things haven't blown over yet. So yeah, I think we need to do something, and it'd be good to see if all the clubs got together and did something. We get such a shit spring, almost no summer from it. So yeah. So far, spring hasn't been that hot, since we're not even into spring, but we're already starting. And you live on. Yeah. I don't know. This year we had a good runoff a little bit early, so I think you might be okay this year. Yeah, that's true. That's true, but where there's a will, there's a way. I know lots of people carpool to go. So yeah, I think if somebody builds it, they'll come. When this stuff's all blown over and whatnot, there's going to be such a. I know even for me, I was looking forward to these spring auctions. I have a lot of fish I was looking to sell this spring. So yeah, I know everybody's going to be overstocked with fish, and there's some fish I can take to the local fish store, and I can sell them one up. But there's some that it just auction's the way to go, or swap meet. Take them to the people that actually want them. Yeah, D's on very shortly. Yeah, let's bring a small town to life. And there's lots around Toronto. Hamilton might be the thing. The only thing I think Hamilton might, if there was anybody that was going to come out from the Ottawa area or anything, that's really a lot farther for them. And say like North Bay, Northern Ontario, it's a lot further for them. I don't mind driving to Hamilton. Easy drive for me. It's about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. So yeah, everybody needs to start talking about this, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do. It's I think we're gonna need to do something after this all blows over. So yeah, I don't know. That looks pretty neat. They've almost annihilated that food there. They're all over it still. Look at all the nice fat bellies. Yeah, I think I've hit something here with the help of Sue Shrimp Breeders. It's really his video gave me the idea for doing this. It was a well put together video, and I just changed my ingredients a bit. That's all. I didn't put in a lot of the same stuff. So yeah, I think that's working good. What else I got going on around here? I've decided my 55-gallon tank is going to either change or become non-existent. That houses my 12 red rainbows, New Guinea red rainbows, and I have some tiger barbs in there, Odessa barbs, and a lot of Ancestris in there. So I want to change it. I either want to make it a shrimp and Ancestris tank, or just take it down until I move. Plan on moving this summer. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So I'm going to have some red rainbows for sale, and they are gorgeous. So that's really what I'm going to start working on soon. Got a lot of water changes and stuff to catch up on around here. My back has been crap for the last couple of days, like absolute crap. I can't even pick water buckets up. So yeah, getting behind on water changes, but hopefully by tomorrow I should be able to get out some more. Yeah, me too. My birthday's in May, and that was going to be my birthday present this year. Going to Keowak. I really wanted to go, and I hope it's still going. I really, really do. Yeah, I've driven pretty far for stuff too, but I guess we'll have to see. I honestly don't care if someone puts something together for all aquarist hobbyists and people who even want to be or interested in fish, whatever. Something for all of us to go to and do. I really don't care where it is in Ontario. If someone puts it together, and it's safe to do so by then, I will show up. Hello, Worldwide Tropicals. Thank you for coming out. I'm actually going to be wrapping up real shortly, but do appreciate you showing up. If everybody could hit that like button, that would be fantastic. Yeah, so that's the food, guys. That's pretty good. The other batch of food I did was I put zucchini in it. I put oak leaves in it. I put spirulina powder. I put a whole whack of spinach in it. I put in cuttlebone fish, cuttlebone fish, ground it all up, put it in there for some calcium for the shrimp. I was making it more for the shrimp, but the plecos ended up liking it more. The shrimp liked it, but the plecos loved it. Loved it. It was gone pretty quick. Yeah, and I blended that all up. Oh, I put broccoli in it as well, and I blended that all up, baked it, baked all the moisture out of it, and it sunk really well too. So, like I said, I'm gonna have a video come out on doing it, on the recipe and how to put it together. But I say just put whatever you have in it that's vegetable based, and see what you come up with. It's kind of neat to be able to experiment with your own food. Do I have any advice? Well, you might be asking the wrong guy for live stream advice. I don't consider myself a very high profile live streamer. I do the best I can. I guess try to be yourself. Just try and be yourself. Try and be yourself. Try to set up an area that's comfortable for you to do it. For your first time, I wouldn't go out and get a whole lot of equipment. Through Christmas and birthdays and stuff, I've got a bit. Like I got a nice microphone here. I got some webcams and stuff. A new computer for doing it here, but you don't need all that. I just wanted it. It does make nicer live streams, but for your first one, just go on, be yourself. Sometimes I write down some jot notes on what I want to speak about. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just do it. Like today, I winged it. I'm feeling a little under the weather, and I didn't make up jot notes, nothing. I just totally winged it today. I knew I wanted to speak about the new food I was making, and I wanted to speak about how COVID-19 has affected our lives lately. That as much as people don't want to hear about it, I thought that's something we need to talk about, and I was just sharing my opinion of how it's affected my family's life so far. So, and it's going to a lot more from here on in. But I say, be yourself. I'm not even against swearing on my live stream. Some people don't like it, but like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys says, sometimes you can't express himself without smoking and swearing. So sometimes I can't express myself without swearing either. So I do swear. I try not to too much. I'm a little bit careful of it, but be yourself. It's your live stream. It's your creativity. It's your audience you try to create. So if you're trying to be informative, be informative. If you're trying to be funny, be funny. If those are parts of your personality, I just try to be myself, and it's very, very hard to do. Quite often, I come out in the first few minutes of my live stream, I feel very rigid. I feel very controlled in what I'm saying until I woosah, let go a little bit, and yeah, and just try and be me. Thank you for showing up, and appreciate you enjoying our stream. Yeah, I'd like to go to an American auction. I haven't been to one yet. That's on my bucket list. Oh boy, if that's the case, we're in trouble as a nation. Whoops. For mentioning what? For mentioning I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'm sure you'll tell me. Yeah, we're not monetized here at all. We don't have nearly enough subscribers. But we're working on it. We're working on it. Oh, the virus. Why can't I mention it? I don't. If they, you know what? If they delete me for that, then that's fine. I don't want to be a part of their platform. If, it's supposed to be a platform for free speech. So if they don't want misinformation spreading, that's fine. I'm not really giving any information. I'm just speaking about how it's affected my life. So if if they go to that level, that's fine. I'm okay with being taken down if I can't have some sort of free speech. But thank you for bringing it to my attention. I wouldn't think enough people watch my live streams for it to for that to be a problem. I've been to many auctions in the U.S. They have different species available. Yeah. I am sure they do. I'm sure they do, and I'm sure I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to start anything here, but let's face it. A lot of Americans and a lot of Canadians are quite different in their personalities. I tend to find that Canadians have a little bit more of a laid-back attitude. So I'd like to see how crazy a U.S. auction would get with some people that aren't so laid back. I'm not saying everybody in the U.S. is uptight or but there's a lot more than there is Canadians. I'll tell you that. I have many U.S. friends, and that's another reason why I'd want to go down there is to meet up with them because the opportunity doesn't happen live very often. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool just to see the differences in the auctions. Yeah, I get a Budweiser disease quite often. That is my beer of choice. So, but yeah, I hope yeah, I don't know. I think we should be allowed to talk about it. Well, already shutting people down for it. Well, that's crazy. Well, very good luck with that Worldwide Tropicals. I will try to catch it to offer you some support. Uh, we'll see what's happening at 3:45. That's crazy after shutting people's stuff down just for mentioning it. You should be able to mention whatever you want. So far, I've only seen a few scientists that are actually experts in the Budweiser virus. But anywho, I'm going to get off here because I know Down the Wormhole's coming on very shortly. I don't want to go into her space, but I've been to auctions. This is Zenon. I have been to auctions in Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Fish keepers are pretty much the same. They are very welcoming and want to share info and their fish. Well, I guess maybe the aquarium hobby gets the laid back Americans if we're all the same. I wouldn't doubt it. Probably all just smoking one and staring at their fish the same as we do. But you're welcome, Worldwide Tropicals. That's really all I come here to do is hope I can help someone and spread some good fish information. And it's nice to see when you do. So with that, I'm going to close down. Looks like my pluckles are almost done eating that food. They're going crazy over it still. My throat's a little bit sore, so I'm going to stop a little bit early here. And just wish everybody a great day and happy fish keeping. Thanks for coming out and supporting us. Take care.